Hey guys, it's McGinleykid here, and today I'm going to be telling you a story about how I was almost suspended in the 7th grade. So without further ado, let's just get right into the story. So this takes place about probably halfway through the year, I'd say, and we had this nice little lunch table of all of our really good friends, and it was always a good time. And but here's the way the seating worked. It wasn't like if you sat there, you have your seat for like the same spot the whole year. It's really just about if you get there first, you get the best seats. If you get there last, you might not even get a seat, and that's just the way it was there. I didn't really care. It was just what it was. So one day, I ended up taking this kid. We'll call him Aiden. I ended up taking Aiden's seat, and I honestly, I was eating my lunch there too. I was just chilling, relaxing. But Aiden comes up from behind me, and I guess he was already having a bad day at this point. And he was just really annoyed that I just took his seat, quote unquote, took his seat. So he gets his lunchbox with a metal thermos in it, and swings it at my head, full speed too. And it wasn't like he like jokingly, like he was pissed. So I got up, and this kid, oh my god, it really annoyed me. So I would, more like in self-defense and kind of just because I was pissed off, I grabbed his arm as fast as I could, and I just twisted it as fast as I could to restrain him and, just do all that stuff. It's self-defense, so I thought it was fine. So that's what I did, and I let him go. Of course, this kid's having tears flowing out of his eyeballs, and he's like, "Oh my god, I think you broke my wrist. I think you broke it." And he's crying, and he runs off to the nurse, and I sit back down, and I enjoy my lunch, I'm just like, okay, whatever, doesn't really matter to me. And everyone at the lunch table was like, "Yeah, dude, like you were completely in the right with that. He just hit you in the head with a lunchbox, like for no reason. That just wasn't right." So I was like, "Oh, I'll probably just get out of this free, I probably won't have to serve anything because everyone's on my side, and it was self-defense." But of course, that little Aiden kid goes to the nurse, and the nurse is like, "Oh, what happened?" He's like, and as his eyes are freaking bawling right now, he's like, "Oh my god, this kid at lunch twisted my wrist, and it really hurt, blah blah blah." And then the nurse gets the principal involved, and the principal eventually calls me down to his office, calls me and him down to his office, and so me and Aiden are just sitting there, and I'm like, I already know what this is about, and I can't lose, so screw it. But the vice principal was like, yeah, so what happened? And we basically explained the whole situation, and so he was like, okay, Jason, he didn't like me at all, so I already knew this, but he didn't like me, so he was like, okay, Jason, you're gonna get a in-school suspension, and as for you, Aiden, you're gonna get 3 lunch detention. And I was like, hell no, I'm not. You can ask anyone at that lunch table. I didn't do anything wrong, and I will gladly have you call my parents, and they are going to fight this. And that's literally what I said. And so basically that's what happened. I went home that day, and I told my dad, and he was like, okay, well, I already got the call that you have an in-school suspension, but I'll call him back to fight it because my dad didn't agree with it. So my dad's fighting this whole thing, and eventually it comes down to this. My dad's like, okay, you let me see the footage, and I will I'll see if my son deserves to serve it. And so that's what he does. The principal pulls up the video of me twisting this kid's wrist, and my dad's like, what? Why would he get anything wrong for that? And he was like, well, it just wasn't necessary to do, and blah, blah, blah. But anyway, my dad's like, no, he's not serving a in-school suspension because of self-defense. So my dad leaves, and the next day's going on, and I'm just like, damn, I ain't got no in-school suspension. I'm chilling, I'm living life. But the principal calls me back into his office, and this time it's just me and him, and he was like, look, you have to serve something for what you did. And I was like, no, I actually don't. It was self-defense. I don't think there's anything wrong with what I did. And he was like, okay, well, it's just not how it works here. And listen, I'm a kid, so I knew that I just can't win against the principal right now. So I was just like, you know what? I will give you 1 lunch detention, and that is it. And he was like, all right, deal. And he was like, all right, get out of my office. And I was like, okay, fine by me. And yeah, so it was kind of funny because I had one lunch detention for nothing, but that kid had 3 lunch detentions, and he didn't even get suspended, even though he probably should have. But, you know, whatever. Anyway, that's it for the story. Also, some other big news if you guys would like to know. I've been streaming on Twitch a lot lately, so if you guys would like to hop on that train, there's going to be a link in the description to my channel. Hopefully you guys hop on, and I will see you later. Have a wonderful day.